I am Dr. Frank A. Thomas, and I have just finished an amazing interview with Dr. Martha Simmons. We covered a lot of territory, a lot of ground. We've done a lot of great work together, from They Like to Never Quit Praising God to the African American Pulpit to the Preaching with Sacred Fire, and then the African American Lectionary. Watch this trailer, and at the end, there's a link that you can watch the entire video. It will be a blessing to you. We had a great time, and so check it out and let your friends know so they can check us out. We have done some absolutely stunning and fabulous work together, and I want to do a best hits. So first I want to start with They Like to Never Quit Praising God. And what many people don't know is that, of course, you were I finished with Mitchell in the D-Min program, and they recommended that the committee at the book be published, and after I was turned down by several publishers, Mitchell said, you need to send this to Martha Simmons. So I sent that to you, and you marked it all up in red, but I wasn't offended. I was not offended.
They always say that, now offended.
I wasn't offended. You know I wasn't offended. I took time and answered every query. I did. I took time. And so I want to thank you just for the thoroughness. That book is still selling. It's still on the shelf. And I want people to know that you were my editor underneath, and it got to be so good because the questions you asked me, we clarified and we had discussion. And so thank you. You were the editor of that book.
You know, I had forgotten about that. I've done so much stuff with preaching now that in my old age, people have to remind me you did stuff. And I'm thankful for that book because between you and me, I think that's your best piece of work.
Okay.
Ever.
Yes.
Ever. Mm-hmm. I think that's your best piece of work because I think then you were so excited about preaching. Its future, its value, your part in it as a homiletician. I think you were so excited. You did with that book what James Cone did with God of the Oppressed.
Oh, thank you. That's good.
You get to a point where it's like no matter what else good you do, can't top that. Right. That was your best piece of writing. And I remember, now that you take me back, I remember thinking as I was asking the questions, if he answers these well, the reader won't have to ask these. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Okay? Yeah. And it will simplify what he's trying to do. Right. Because one of the problems you had was, and this is with all people who write and are that first one out the gate, we all want to sound very intelligent. We want the intelligentsia to be excited about our work and etc. And we overwrite and underexplain. Right. Okay. Right. And so that was my job because I had done that for Mitchell. Right. It's like, who cares about that?
Same problem, right?
Exactly. Right. Same problem. So, but you need to know that book. Still, I am doing a 600-page minister's manual, and at the back of it is a book list of books from, I think it's 1724 to 2024, 2020, something like that. Anyway, classics, current, that people in the church, preachers, lay etc., should read. And They Like to Never Quit Praising God is on that list.
I'm going to move to the African American Pulpit.
Oh, Jesus.
When you called me, and what did you ask me when you called me? Do you remember what you asked me when you called me?
I don't. What did I ask you?
You asked me, would I be interested in being the co-executive editor of the African American Pulpit? That's what you asked me.
Okay, yeah, I did ask that. Yeah. I did. I did. And I asked you because, number one, of the work you had done with the book, but also because of your thoughtfulness. Thank you. And I said, our personalities are different enough so that something interesting will come after this. I don't need somebody just like me.
Right.
I wanted different personalities, wanted different approaches for preaching, etc. I didn't need someone who knew as much about preaching as I did. That was not the thing. The thing was someone who was thoughtful, who really loved it, and that kind of thing. So that's what made me call you.